I just heard about the show that you're on that I still have yet to watch.
Okay,
Insatiable.
there's a lot of TV to watch. Yeah, Insatiable.
It's like, first of all, let's talk about how much TV there is to watch.
Too much.
How do
That's
we choose?
That's a great question. I try to like avoid trailers because I know I'm vulnerable to hype and I tend to overhype things for myself. So when I watch it, I'm disappointed. So I try to it's very hard to choose. I don't know, but I gravitate towards like dark humor, satirical humor, which thankfully is exactly the type of show that I'm on, which is kind of kismet.
I was just saying. I was going to say Insatiable is a dark comedy.
Oh, yeah.
So for people who want to tune more into that, talk to me about the plot. What are people going to be expecting when they watch each episode?
What I can say is this is a group of people with really great intentions and really terrible execution. So it's sort of a warning of what happens when you act without thinking of consequences, when you act before you think and speak before you think. So it's fantastic. It's a cautionary tale, and you get to watch a bunch of people make a bunch of mistakes. And I very much love my character's storyline. I play a lovely girl named Nani Thompson, who is basically representative of the LGBT storyline in the show, which has been such a tremendous experience. I'm so honored that I was chosen to tell that story. And yeah.
Well, you mentioned two things.
Yeah.
Yes, watching people make mistakes.
So much fun.
It's so
Makes
fun
you feel
because-
so good about yourself.
Yes, it's like, oh, I'm not doing that bad in life. They can do it.
Absolutely,
And
yeah.
then B, playing a character of the LGBT community when you yourself might not identify yourself as LGBT, but you had to put yourself in that mind frame. Talk to me about that process.
So, I mean, I have grown up in that community and surrounded by it, being someone who comes from theater, comes from making art. So I've always obviously advocated for that community and wanted nothing but the best for them. And you know, it really is an emotional journey. So as someone who was a high schooler and went through the experience of just feeling 1,000 emotions a minute, that is something I very much identify with, of just trying to understand myself and trying to know what I'm feeling is okay and natural, and you know what I mean, and just kind of removing the shame around the whole thing. And what I'm so thankful for about our show is that you know, we get to see a friendship between two girls that, while again satirically is very unhealthy, however, to see the way that they love each other and support each other is something I'm so thankful that this generation gets access to, because I feel like when I was growing up, I didn't have a show that I watched where I was like, oh great, it's me, you know what I mean, that's my experience. So I'm so thankful that for this generation, for the teens that watch our show, that hopefully they find something in that to relate to and feel comfortable with and feel safe with.
The media is so powerful. People are consuming that day to day.
Oh, yeah.
So what they see out there shapes what they think.
Yeah, truly.
Have you heard from anybody, a fan or an audience member, tweet at you or say something about your character that made you feel like this is why I do what I do?
That's kind of exactly what happened. I mean, the fans are so kind, and I'm just blown away by the way that the internet can connect you to people who live in Chile, who live in Iran, literally all over the world. And it's been so just wonderful knowing that people have felt safe with Nani, have related to her story, have felt comfortable enough to have conversations they didn't think they could have before. Because for me, that was just my job in the first place, was to create a safe space for people to have that conversation. So to know via Instagram message that was how it was received by people really truly means a lot. And it just makes me want to work harder and better and do my best to do the most honest storytelling possible, because we owe it to the people who watch our show, who kind of need this outlet. So,
well, you're doing God's work. So thank you, Kimmy. Thank you. Have fun tonight. Enjoy yourself. And here's the pattern clashing or power clashing. There you go. That's it.